Raw Base, and today I'm giving you very much raw. And as you guys can see by the thumbnail, this is going to be a very raw tutorial. So let's get right into it. Y'all already know I'm gonna go on with the Noxzema wipes. This is to cleanse the skin and to avoid any breakouts. You want that skin to be cleansed, okay, baby? And now we're gonna go and moisturize. We're going in with this moisturizer right here. It got so many, words. But I'm gonna make sure I put it down in the description box below so you guys can know the real moisturizer I went in with. It's a good skin repair, and I really just love how it makes the face a little bit long lasting, especially when it comes to your face being either dry in certain areas. So she had a different type of skin. She had dry and oily at the same time, so I feel like that was a good combo. And also to go on with the Power Grip from e.l.f., which is one of my favorites. I overlove this primer. And you guys asked me what's the difference between um the e.l.f. Hydro Grip and also the Milk grip. And honestly, it's the same. It's the same, but one is just more expensive than the other. But y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop wasting y'all coins and go over to some drugstore products, because e.l.f. is eating the girls up this year. They eating the girls up. So before I start her brows, we're going to do a brow that match her hair color. So this is the color brow. I wanted to set her brows first with some Airspun translucent powder just to avoid any oil and to also have those brows long lasting. And she's so cute. So during this whole tutorial, she gonna make little faces. She's just so pretty. She's so pretty. So I had to bring her back. Now I'm gonna go in with a angle brush, and it's very self-explanatory for this part. One thing I do require when you guys are doing any color eyebrows, if it's matching the hair, try to match it as close to the hair as possible. I want it to be a little bit more natural. This is from P. Louise base. It's more of like a burnt orange, or like it's similar to like a bright orange, but I mixed it in with a dark brown shadow. So one tip I can tell you guys when you are doing color brows for a photo shoot, birthday girl, whatever, one thing about it, all you have to do is finesse, okay? If you do not find a P. Louise color shade in the shade that you want, make it work and mix some colors together. Your main focus is putting that on their brows. Honestly, you do not have to be perfect with the brows right now. You just need that color to pop up, and then you can just clean it up with some concealer. Remember, concealer is like an eraser. You can clean it up to your liking, and that will make your perfect brow. To conceal her brows, we'll be going up with the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer in the shade Deep Olive. So when you are concealing the bottom of the brow, make sure that you go in with a concealer shade that's at least 1 or 2 shades lighter than the original skin tone. Then on the top of their brows, you can go in with any type of concealer or foundation as long as it's closer to their original skin tone, just to avoid a halo eyebrow. And the concealer we went in for the top of her brows is in the shade Coca from the L'Oreal Infallible Wear Concealer. To lay those brows down and to help for long lasting, I'm gonna go in with the NYX brow gel, which is one of my addictions right now. I over love this brow gel. And then after that, I will be setting the lid. As you guys can see, I didn't really fill up her lid with any concealer. Usually I do, but I'm doing more of a very soft, so it's not really required. So I'm just going in with that airspun translucent and setting partial of her lids and some of her eyebrows. Now I'll be going in with the Morphe 8D palette. This is my favorite palette, as you guys can see. This is available for you guys to order online at morphe.com. This right here is one of the best contour palettes, especially for dark skinned girlies. And they also have another one for the light skinned girlies, but this is the holy grail. So I just basically went in with the shades I showed you guys and just popped on a bronzy type of brown on her lids. And now I'll be going in with a dual lash glue, and I'll be placing dots in the placements how I desire for it to be at. And I will be doing a rhinestone exotic look. I like when you're going through the rhinestones. I'm gonna show you guys how the rhinestones look. I'm gonna make sure I put the link down in the description box below. But when you're doing the rhinestones, you want it to look more of like wet rain. Think about wet raindrops or something like that. So you do not want to have every rhinestone the same size. Try to be very transparent with switching up the sizes. One a little medium, one a little tiny, just so it can give it that type of effect. So I'll be doing that right now. It's very self-explanatory. I'll be doing it in the front of her brow area and also in the back. Today we are going full coverage, and I will be using a Huda Beauty foundation in the shade Hot Fudge and Mocha. And I mixed these two colors together because I wanted a perfect tone for her skin. And y'all, I just went in and just pat that into her skin. I love doing the swatches because it's very easy for you to see how much you want the face to be a little bit more buildable with the coverage. So it's up to you. But one thing about Huda Beauty is very full coverage, down to the powders, down to the concealers, down to the foundations, very full coverage. So be careful. Do not overdo it, okay? So always going with swatches so you can build up your coverage. This is the format that I concealed her. This is the format that you will be doing in order to get that transformation Barbie look we're doing today. So I went with the e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer, two shades. One in the shade Deep Olive, the other one is in the shade Tan Sand. And Tan Sand, I just want to brighten up a little bit more and add that full coverage. I went in with a contour shade that was at least 2 shades darker than the original skin tone just to chisel up the face. God, please do not beat me up. I do not remember the shade, but I do remember the brand. This is the foundation contour stick, and this is from Black Opal. Now, after you're done using your brush, it doesn't matter if you overlove your brush, you still have to go in with a damp beauty blender just to seal everything together and make everything look as one. A lot of you guys ask me, Lashay, when do you know when to stop blending? Girl, you continue to blend, okay? Continue to blend till your arm fall out. You have to keep blending because you want everything to be seamlessly, especially when your client sends a picture, and just so everything could just look raw, okay? Now I'll be going in with a lighter concealer. This is from the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'll make sure I put the shade down below. This is one of my favorite poppers. I love to pop on a good full coverage NARS concealer. And as you guys can see, I will just be blending that in the areas where I want it a little bit more brightened. Now it's time to set the face. I'll be going in with the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Banana Bread. And I will just be pressing that in with my powder puff from Amazon. Amazon have the best powder puffs, okay? And I'll make sure I put the link down below if you guys really want to know. So when I'm patting that in, at first you guys are gonna feel like, oh girl, this looking crazy, but it's gonna come together. I like to keep whatever areas that are brightened, okay? I would not want to cover up what I just did with a darker powder. So whatever I use to brighten up that under eye, I will complement it with a bright setting powder. And I will also be setting her with some more powder. This is more of a yellow tone. This is from Huda Beauty. And this is just to help for any fallout. And also so it can keep that under eye snatched and sealed up. You know, it comes a long way. I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's too much. If you want that transformation look, boo, it gotta give. You have to go through a process. Now I'll be going in to seal up the face. And I'll be going in with a natural skin tone powder that's original to her original skin tone. This is in the shade Medium Deep from Laura Mercier. Now it's time to chisel up the look, bring some color into her face. And you'll be going in with the Morphe contour palette or any contour palette that you have. And I'll be going in to set that contour, snatch her features, pop on some blush, and just bring it all together. This is one of my favorite parts because you can now see how it's going to all come along. So now you guys are seeing it up close and personal. You guys ask me a lot. Let's show how you be snatching a nose like that. This is how. This is the format. If you guys need a screenshot or keep replaying this part, this is what you do. When it comes to the nose, I try to make it as narrow as possible by bringing that setting powder closer to the bridges, the sides of the bridges of her nose. You can form the nose you want, okay? And then I will also be snatching her cheekbones with the Laura Mercier in the shade Medium Deep. This is more of her skin tone, so just nothing could be harsh or nothing can be hard to blend out. Now it's time to clean up her rhinestones. So I went with the Q-tip and I went with some makeup remover. The look is giving is coming together, y'all. I told y'all I trust the process, okay? So now I'll be going in to blend out her baking, and I'll be going in with the MAC Studio Fix in shade NW48, which is her original skin tone, just to bring everything together. And underneath her eyes, originally I'll go in with NC55, but I couldn't find it, so I went in and I tried to finesse, and I went with the NC50, which is a little closer to what I'll usually go in with, and that is to dust off and set her under eyes. And at this moment, Sus was feeling it. Okay, y'all gonna see her plenty times in this video. Like, this girl is feeling it, and she was giving. This was giving Miami. This was giving straight up what's going on. Okay, like what's up. This was giving bad and bougie. Just look at the face. Ooh, now this is a real LashaysGlamz raw babe beat. This what it is right here. And I'll just be dusting that off, the fallout, and also be setting underneath her eyes. And right after we finish, you know, blending away that bake. We'll then get ready to set the face. Before you set the face, make sure that you clean up things. Make sure that you make sure everything is blended, because that setting spray is a seal. That's basically done, okay? So what I always do is when I'm blending away too much blush or contour while I'm doing this process, I make sure I go back in just to bring it back up, because sometimes it can go away with all the blending. And I'll be going in with my favorite setting sprays. I'll be going with the Morphe setting mist, and I over love it. And right after, I'll be going in with the Patrick Star one size spray, and I over love it. It's very long lasting. It's waterproof, and I'm a witness to it because I used this for my girls when they had prom, and also I used it for when I think it was a girl who was gonna go on a yacht, and she sent me some pictures, and the next morning she looked good. Her makeup was still on, didn't go nowhere. And as you guys can see, I'm popping on a little bit more color into her tear duct. That was just some J. LaRue white gold shade cosmetics, and I just popped that in a little bit glitter dust, and it was giving. It was giving. Now it's time to apply some highlighter, and I'll be going with the Gold Deposit from MAC, and also some mascara. And y'all, this look eats, okay? This is very long lasting. Listen, the lights do not do this justice, okay? In person, she looked like a goddess, okay? If you guys love this video, make sure you click the thumbs up. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be the first to see a video when LashaysGlamz posts. Make sure you subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the page where you learn all the gems. I love my supporters. I love you guys so much. And make sure you also tag me at LashaysGlamz on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, just so I can see whenever you do an inspiring look by me. Comment down below if you over love this look. I love you guys so much. If you guys want to book a one-on-one class in person in Miami, be free to email me on my page. And if you want to book an appointment, the link is in my bio. I love you guys so much. Bye. Mwah.